Hey everybody, welcome to the Quilted Sunflower and our first video about our Stitch Pink for breast cancer awareness from Moda. We're working with them on this. Many of you have already bought a kit, and if you have, great. And the kits are out of grunge this year from Moda, and we love grunge here at the Quilted Sunflower, so it'll be a fun time. I want to let you know about a special group page I set up through the Quilted Sunflowers Facebook page. That's where all these videos will be, and it is called Stitch Pink from Moda. Yes, from Moda, Block of the Day with the Quilted Sunflower. So if you haven't already been invited to join it, go over there and request to join. It's a public page, so everyone's going to be welcome. But if you didn't get a kit, we welcome you to do the blocks with us each day. How this works, it's a block a day, beginning October 1st, and the end you'll have 30 blocks for a wonderful looking quilt, and then the 31st day will be the finishing directions for the quilt. So if you have your own fabric, if you want to make it scrappy, if whatever you want to do, if you have the kit, that's great. We'll be following along each day. We are going to have a video a day showing the block for that day, and we're going to post those every morning by 9 o'clock. There will be a link to pull up the actual pattern for you to print your block at home and follow it, unless you're able to follow on a screen. I am not, but you should have a lot of fun with that, and then you'll have that pattern to work from. And then if you I'm sorry, I lost track of time. Anyway, so I might come back to whatever I was gonna say. Here we go. So you are getting in your kit, if you're doing the kit, 10 beautiful pink grunge fabrics from Moda. I've separated mine into light, medium, and dark because the patterns that are written have pictures of different shades of pink, and most of them are in light, medium, and dark tones. You get to pick which light, medium, and dark you want to use, or how you want to use them. Maybe you want to do a whole block of dark with background. You can do that, but that part's up to you, how you want to do that. I, however, am really going to do it this way. So we've got light, medium, and dark. I will each day show you how I've done my block and tell you what colors I used if you want to do the same. You will get 3.5 yards of background fabric, and then different quantities of our light, medium, and dark. On the lights we have Peony, and this one I believe is Apple Blossom. This one is Duchess. Then in our medium tones, and there's one here that could go either way to dark, but this is Calypso Coral. Some of these are new colors for us here at the Quilted Sunflower. We have a lot of grunge, but there's a lot to have. So Paradise Pink, this is Raspberry, and this is Flamingo. It's a wonderful color. Then in the dark section, we've got Scarlet, Rococo, and Maraschino. So those are how I've separated mine out. There's a few things once you get your kit, there's a few things you're going to want to do first before you start cutting for a block. You need to cut your border out of your background fabric. So immediately take your background fabric and cut 8 2.5-inch strips. Set those aside for your border on your quilt. The way this works is you're going to be cutting little bits every day, and if you get carried away, you might not have enough for your border. So cut that and set it aside. Then for the binding, Moda has recommended 2 colors for the binding, which will make a really cool looking binding. So they've chosen the Apple Blossom and the Raspberry. So on these two, you need to cut 4 2.5-inch strips out of each color. That gives you 8 strips for your binding. So cut those and set those aside. And those are the biggest prep work before you get started on your first day. Let's see, I'm going to suggest some rulers to use that will make this a lot easier. other than cutting your border and binding strips, you'll need the 24, is that what it is? Yeah, 24-inch ruler to cut your width of fabric strips for your border and binding. After that, you really won't need that ruler because you're going to be cutting small pieces, you know, under 6 inches, or I think there's one so far I've done that's 7, but you're going to just need either one of these rulers, which is a 12.5 by 8.5. This is a Creative Grid one. You may have at home the Omni Grip, which is about the same. It might be a little bit short, it might be a ½ inch shorter. But this is what we carry here at the shop. I do have some of these in stock, but this is easy to handle to cut just those small pieces. We have some little skinny strips we have to cut and that kind of thing. Another good one to have on hand is like a 6.5 inch square. Most of these blocks, before you put them together into the 12.5 inch block, might need to be squared to something within that 6.5 inch square range. And when we come to those, I'll show you how I square a block up so that you'll know how to use that. If you have a 12.5 inch at home, it might come in handy to square your final block. If you do not, we'll have other ways to show you how to square. I do carry 12.5 inch here in the shop as well. There's a couple blocks that will be coming up in the next week or two that might need, you might need a specialty ruler. The block will have a template that you can cut out and use, but the Dresden plate ruler makes this one a lot easier. This is, I believe, day 7 is the Dresden plate. And we have these in stock here. Some of you may have them as you took Karen's wonderful Dresden plate class. She loves Dresden, so I know she's got one. But if you haven't taken the Dresden class or haven't done a Dresden, this is, I think it's, I can't remember the degree, but it is just called a Dresden ruler. So if you have one, get it out and dust it off and have it ready. If you need one, come see us. We have them here. Let's see what else. Where'd I go? There we go. There was the rulers. Okay. Each day by 9 o'clock, there will be a link printed for the block for that day. You click that link, it will pull it up and you print it or read it off your screen, whatever works for you. I will also post the day's video at the same time. And all these will be posted on the special group page for this fun project. So remember, Stitch Pink from Moda, block of the day with the quilted sunflower. Just ask to join that page if you haven't already, and we'll have a lot of fun. It's going to be a great time. As I said before, you do not need to get the kit to do this with us. If you want to make a scrappy one, if you want to make a planned one, there's 10 fabrics is what Moda chose. You could do the same with other fabrics. I think I've talked to a couple people. They're going to do this thing, and then they've got another quilt planned with some other fabrics doing the same patterns. So it will be a lot of fun. This is a sampler thing, and you'll have it done in 30 days. Yay! So anyway, let's see. I think that's it. This is going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to doing this with you all and seeing how all this video thing works, and we'll have a good time. Never hesitate to call us here, and we will take care of whatever questions you have. So give us a holler, stop by, whatever. We're happy to help you, and we'll have a great time. So you all have a wonderful day, and tomorrow we're going to start. October 1st will be our first block, so I'm looking forward to it. God bless, and we'll see you soon.